Oh, hello. Thank you for joining me for Veg with Lisa Live. I am Lisa. This is obviously live. Thank goodness I am alive. And today I'm going to show you my new favorite soup recipe because it is soup season. Thank you so much for being with me. And, we're just recovering still from Hurricane Helene, and we still don't have any safe drinking water. And I've not been cooking because I just couldn't deal with it all. But I finally decided I want some homemade soup. I'm going to start cooking again. So this is my kitchen and my new studio. And you can tell it's not set up exactly the way I would like it yet, but it works. And that's all we care about. Hi, Rob. Before I get started and before I reveal my new favorite soup recipe, please type in the comments, say hi. Let me know that you're here and that you can see me and you can hear me. So what is this new favorite soup recipe? It is collard greens and lentil soup. And the reason I chose it, I found it on a food blog called Monkey and Me, is because it's just got things that you likely already have either in your pantry or in your refrigerator. I did not have to buy anything new to make this new favorite fabulous soup recipe. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to go over here to my stove where I have got, hi, Rob. Oh, yes, thank you. Do you like my I'm Sad in Carolina, Dexter and the Moon Rock shirts? Me too. Shout out to them. Okay, so many soup recipes start the same way. That's what this is. This is why this is so easy. Lori, oh my gosh, it's great to see you. So you just need a big old soup pot. You need some olive oil, onions, garlic, celery, carrots, and then I have a secret little tip. I like to put my garlic in after my onions and my carrots and my celery so it doesn't burn. And then I also like to add some fresh ginger, just especially this time of the year. So I said this recipe is based on a recipe I found in a food blog, Monkey and Me, but I like to add my own little zip, and I encourage you to do the same. So my tip is garlic after the other stuff so it doesn't burn. And then how about some little fresh ginger pieces tossed in there? Yep. Okay. What's next? Oh, a little bit of salt and pepper. You can tell this is my new kitchen. I'm not quite sure where everything is. Sea salt, as always, freshly ground black pepper. Mm, mm, Okay, now here's another little tip that I love to do. I like to put my spices in when I'm sauteing the aromatics. That's a fancy French word for things that smell good when you cook them. So this is maybe why the soup is my new favorite. It has got so many delicious spices. Again, things you probably already have in your cupboard. Garlic powder, smoked paprika. So when we're talking about vegetarian or plant-based foods, sometimes we miss some of that like richness that the bacon or the chicken broth might give you. But if you really double down on your spices, it gives it that depth of flavor. So garlic powder, smoked paprika, chili powder, what's that? Cumin. Those are my four spices. Garlic powder, smoked paprika, regular paprika is fine if you don't have smoked, chili powder, and cumin. So that goes in with my aromatics. Look at that. Oh, it smells absolutely amazing. Okay, another little tip is to add some tomato paste, just a squirt. Now, do y'all remember those little cans of tomato paste? I do. My mom, I dropped the lid. My mom, smoked paprika. Lori says smoked paprika has become, oh, tell us why it's one of your most favorite spices, Lori, smoked paprika. That's a tongue twister. Anyway, I don't buy tomato paste in the cans anymore. I know it's cheaper, but if you buy it in these tubes, it doesn't mold because you never use a whole can of tomato paste, do you? Okay, so I've added my aromatics, my spices, a little squirt. I'm getting some collard green lentil soup steam, a squirt of tomato paste. Yep, that's all so far. Again, another little tip, soy sauce. If you're not using chicken broth or bacon, just a little bit of soy sauce to give that another little richness. And then now what are we going to do? We're going to throw in some veggie stock. This is a combination of veggie stock and water. It's kind of a trick I like to do. A lot of veggie stocks have a lot of sodium in them. So I usually just cut it with about half and half, but you could use probably all water because there's so many spices in this recipe. You could also use all veggie stock if you have it. If you are using purchased veggie stock, make sure you read your labels because veggie stocks often have a lot of homemade, even better. I'm not making homemade stock right now. That came out of an aseptic container. Okay, so I'm going to crank this up. We're cooking with high heat now. And then I did say this is collard green and lentil soup. These are just plain old brown or green lentils, whatever you have in your pantry. We'll toss that in. Now, normally, if this weren't live TV, I would let those lentils cook a little bit before I toss in my collard greens. Look at these. Aren't these amazing? If you don't have collards, if you don't like collards, you can use any kind of cooking green, kale, spinach. But I live in the South now, and they got a lot of collard greens down here, and I happen to absolutely love them. So in my red soup pot, the collard greens, God, I'm having a hard time talking today, go. And I'm just going to do a little quick trick here and show you the pot I made earlier. Look at this. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. It's delicious. I'm telling you, it is my new favorite soup. I'm going to toss in some fresh parsley that I harvested right out of my garden. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a royal taste test right here on live TV. How absolutely amazing this collard green and lentil soup is. Now, I'm going to finish it with a squeeze of fresh lemon, aha, and some sprouts because I always like to put green stuff, more green the better. And then, of course, because I can't help myself, a little drizzle of Spice Witch chili oil. You can buy any kind of chili oil that you like, but I really love Spice Witch because she uses avocado oil. She's local here in Asheville, and she doesn't have any other nasty ingredients. Read your labels. Oh, look at this. I'm telling you, you're going to love this. Let me give it a taste for you. Amazing. Collard green lentil soup. Probably got all the things you need right in your cupboard. Just go out and buy you some greens. It is soup season after all. Thank you for joining me for Veg with Lisa Live. It's time to call Robbie for lunch.